Hi everyone, Susanna is here. Today I'm happy to show you how I made this beautiful mandala and joined it to my baseball cap. It's a very quick project, and in under 1 hour you can finish crocheting and joining your mandala to your baseball hat. This is a cute way to use up your random ends or unfinished cake or yarn that you've been keeping for a while. So let's get started. So today we want to attempt at placing a mandala on my beautiful baseball art. So I got this. I intentionally went for black because I wanted something that rhymes, that will match with my yarn base. I got this yarn. I think it's discontinued now. I think it's called Mandela, from Lion brand. A pack of, I think it was a pack of 6. I've used quite a few, but I've been looking for projects that I can make with just a ball. And for this project today, I actually made a beautiful mandala with less than this. I still have a little less to make 2 more with this cake. So I think it's about 85 grams. And yeah, today actually I could have used any yarn because this is black, and I think any other color will go well on it, even if it's black that you're using. But because I've I started with black in the middle, I decided that I want the project that I'll make to also start with black in the middle and finish with this beautiful yellow at the back. So I've crocheted the lace, and I'll show you now. This is what I've got from this to this, this to this. So I'll probably make another tutorial showing you how I crochet it, but today the aim is to sew this on my baseball hat. So I'll at some point cut the hem. This is what it looks like on the wrong side. I was able to crochet over the black, and then I've just got these ends that I will need to take care of. So the first thing to do is to decide how you want this to be. Do you want it to be this way? The placement, do you want it to be this way, such that you still have the end of the cap, or there is this option of doing this? I am actually torn between all the options. My kids were suggesting that I do smaller fashion and just join on the sides too. So let's see this option too. I think that can work too. So first thing, decide where you want to join it, and then we'll talk about the material. So definitely you need a base cap. You need your mandala that you've crocheted. I'll be using a matching thread and needle, scissors to cutting ends, the crochets. That's what I use in making the crochet mandala. Crocheting this, I went with 4mm, but that's, since we're not crocheting today, that won't really matter. And then I've got my pins, which I'm going to use to secure it to the cap. So first of all, I'll quickly take care of my hands and be back. Hands taken care of. So my hazard, do I need to block this? I don't think it's coiling too much. By the time you do your joining, it will really not matter. So I'm not going to block it. I just place it on the cap, and then I've decided that I want to do this joining, at least for the first one, close to the end of the cap, so that I still have the curved part, the front part, still over, showing that it's a baseball hat. So decide where you place the crochet piece on the cap, and then pick your needle, and then we'll try to secure it. So the pattern has got beautiful lace at the end, which I love. I'll just try and secure that. This is my center. I'll secure it. So there's the option of doing this. Just to make sure that it's secured at end, and then this other end, I want to secure it to this middle part, and it's a bit tricky because I'm using black. So you want to be careful. My needle is they're long, even though I went for the smallest version of what I've got, they're still a bit long for this project. So then you want to evenly probably we can count the number of laces that I've got, and then make sure that we've got equal number on this side and equal number of this on this other side. So I've got, starting from here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. So we've got 16, and I want to make sure that I've got one here and one here. That's leaving me with 14. I should have 7 here and 7 here. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So I need to replace this 7 over here, and then this will be the 8th one. So we want it to centralize. We want to make sure that we've got equal number of stitches on either side, and then gently do this, and be careful that you don't injure yourself. So I should have 7 here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Perfect. So, and then that is perfect. So then I can gradually just try and secure these ends, just to make sure that they are evenly spaced and that is done equally. I think the securing this and checking to see if you're happy with the placement is the does the bulk of the work or job. The hard part is the front of the cap, because it's thick. You want to make sure that you're very careful and not to injure yourself, but still trying to place it properly. That's come off already. Oh, you can ask, is it important to have pins? So that's that, there's no point putting any over there. I don't think I won't say it's important. I won't say it's compulsory for you to use pins. So using pin will just make sure that it's evenly placed and you're happy with what you've got before you start sewing. So this will prevent unnecessary fogging or if your project. Ooh. And the last part is also here. So this is what I've got at this moment, and this is what it looks like. So I usually love to place it down, look at it from different angles, have a look and see if it's equal. Looking at it critically, I think it's not. So if you look at the space between this junction and the project, measure what you've got here. So here looks to be a bit wider than what it is here. It's a bit of OCD on my part. It's close but not still perfect. So you can remove the pins, do it again. So I'm shifting from the middle, and then I've got some more space, and then I can pull this towards the end a bit more. So see the space, and look at the space over here. So I think I love what I've got at the moment. So now the next thing is to thread your needle, your sewing needle, and we start tackling. So I'm using a matching thread to my baseball hat, but you're welcome to use a matching thread to the last row. You're welcome to try any color that you like. So this is thread or in already, and I can start at any point. This is what it looks like on the wrong side. You have to be careful if you're using this type of pin I've used, not to injure yourself. So preferably do it the joining from the right side. So make a knot or couple of knots to secure your thread. So if you see my previous videos on how I join to the jeans jacket, this is not as thick as jeans, and it's just for the fun of it. I'm not going to sew all around because I'm using black. This is mustard, close to yellow. Yeah, so I'm just going to make my joining at strategic points and then secure it. So that's secured. I do that 1 or 2 times more. Can you hear the sound it makes? So I think that's secured. This is what it looks like on the wrong side. So and then inside my hook, my yarn, to come out, the aim is to, this is where I've just secured. I'm going to aim at joining this point next. So from the wrong side, I'm going to pass the yarn. Oh no, needle. Can you see that coming out on this other side? So this can go over the project, secure it, and coming out towards this side again. Can you see this is the point which I'm coming out now, going to secure next. So then from the wrong side, be mindful of the needle, secure it over here, and this is what I've got. I'll go ahead again and do this other side. So I'm done. I still have to secure my yarn, and that is it. So do you like the placement? This is what it looks like on the wrong inside. A few ends, not neat, but most of the time, yeah, that's because I was trying to do the video and show you what it is. So we can remove and redo it for a cleaner finish. So the reason why I opted for using black yarn is that you don't want the inside, even though not so many people will see it, but I like the pleasure of knowing that when anyone sees it, it will be difficult for them to really see what it's like inside. So if you've done good joining, which I did on this side a bit, it's not that obvious, but yeah, this thick part was a bit tricky for me, so because it was super strong. Yeah, will you be trying it? When you do, would you like to tag me? I would like to see your beautiful fashion. And the instruction for how to crochet the mandala is written in the description. Hopefully one of these days I'll be able to do a video showing you how I did the mandala. So thank you for joining in with me, and I would like to see your fashions. What color will you be using? And let me see what you've done. So this part that's a bit still showing that I tag that in, I can adjust this a bit, fluff it out so that it looks a bit natural. Use your yarn to lift your hook to lift it up, and that is what you've got. So if you like, you can secure extra layers and just make sure that it's firmly secured. Another option is that you can glue this to your baseball hat if you don't want to do the sewing. Maybe one of these days I'll do a video to show you how to glue it. I just felt like it will mess with the hat. I can decide tomorrow to remove this mandala, put another matching color, probably to go with an outfit or my next crochet design. So I can still reuse the baseball. I can decide that I don't want to put crochet applique on it and remove it totally. The baseball will still remain intact. So that's the reason why I opted out for sewing it to it instead of gluing it to it. Thank you for joining me. Bye.